Everybody needs to say something along the lines of what I'm about to say, and you need to say it loudly and as publicly as possible, and in as many platforms as you have, whether it's a declaration on your socials, whether it's a letter to somebody in a position of leadership, whether it's something you say at a community center that you're a part of. Find a way to get on the right side of this. Gaza is being starved. The world must not look away. What's happening in Gaza, this is not a tragedy. This is an atrocity. The world is complicit. The people of Gaza have been bombed, besieged, starved, and systematically denied the means to survive. Hospitals have been flattened. Water is poisoned. Aid is blocked. Nearly the entire population has been displaced. Famine is no longer a looming threat. It is here. Children are dying from hunger. Parents are feeding their families grass. Journalists on the ground are starving, even as they try to document the suffering of others. This is not a conflict. This is not a two-way war. This is the engineered collapse of society. This is collective punishment. It's illegal under international law. What Israel is doing to the Palestinian people in Gaza, it is immoral under any human standard. No government, no ideology, no act of violence justifies the ongoing decimation of an entire civilian population. This is not about security. This is about erasure. This is about Benjamin Netanyahu, and this is about Israel, and this is about a nation that is trying to displace an entire nation of people, Palestinian people. Yet, and while this is happening, this is horrific. This is horrific to watch. This is terrible to watch. I implore everybody that's listening, everybody, to understand what's happening, to not look away. And it's hard. It's hard to watch. It's hard to believe. It's difficult, but I think we need to understand that the world has to stand up. That's the only thing. The only thing that can work at this point is the Americans aren't going to come in and force some kind of a deal, as is what seemed happened. These half-baked statements from world leaders are not going to force a deal, a ceasefire, are not going to stop Israel's assault on Palestinian people. The only thing that's going to happen is if people in the general public, people like me, like you, like anybody who might be listening, like anybody in their networks, is if we put pressure on to stop this pain. The governments of powerful nations, including Canada's, are issuing hollow calls for restraint while arming and financing the destruction. Israel has power because the United States sells it weapons. Israel has power because Western nations mostly provide funds and support that they can continue on. It's as simple as if the United States turned off the taps tomorrow. This would end tomorrow. The institution tasked with protecting life and dignity, the United Nations, the Red Cross, the humanitarian agencies, are being denied access while their warnings fall on deaf ears. The silence of many media outlets and political leaders only deepens the shame. That's what's been hard to watch. That's what's been hard to watch is I truly believe that if this were any other nation, if this were any other circumstance, I don't understand. I just don't understand why there are special circumstances for Israel's assault on Palestinian people in Gaza. It doesn't make any sense. There's no reasonable explanation to me as into why we are looking the other way, including as media agencies that are still couching their language. Palestinian people are not dying. Palestinian people are being killed. And there's a difference. Palestinian people are being starved by Israel too. By Israel. These are facts. This is not me. While this is an editorial statement and an editorial position, and I'm urging people to take a position, to take a strong position on this, to stop it. These are not the editorial perspective of me when I say that Israel is causing this harm. That is a fact. I condemn without equivocation the siege on Gaza by Israel, the starvation of its people, the targeting of its infrastructure, the willful obstruction of humanitarian relief. There's no complexity to this issue. There's no nuance. to this issue, it is wrong. What Israel is doing is wrong. I demand an immediate and unconditional ceasefire. I demand unfettered humanitarian access. Let the aid trucks in. The aid trucks are ready to go. The United Nations are sitting on the borders on all sides of the territory, and they are ready to put aid in immediately. Immediately. All they need is for Israel to stopping the delivery of aid. I demand accountability for war crimes, no matter the perpetrator. But I have to say, remaining neutral on this issue is siding with the oppressor. History is watching. We need to get right. We need to get right by this. And so I want to also take a minute and I can't say this plainly enough. If you're not the type of person that shares posts, and you share a post on this, I'll be putting something up on One Dish One Mic that's shareable, that outlines the things that are happening. I'll commit to getting that up before the weekend is over, so you can share that. But this isn't about the show. This isn't about promoting anything that's happening on the show. Just find some of the groups that are out there that are raising awareness. If you're not the kind of person that shares this kind of stuff, I think that's going to carry the extra traction. That's going to carry the difference. So, but also don't just post about it, and find a way to get the message across and to let people know that again, it is abhorrent what is happening right now. Canada has been calling for a ceasefire for a long time. They've been demanding to resume UN aid, and they have paused some arms export permits, but the record is plain. Ottawa has not done enough. It's too late. It's too late. What the government is doing, it's been too soft, it's been too selective, and they're doing this in the context of still continuing patterns of colonial harm that are inflicted upon my people, upon Inuit, upon Métis people, and it's happening in our own borders. It's one thing to issue a statement and to try to look good and to try to do things. It's another thing to lead substantive change. Canada has chosen the economy as its top issue, and it has just tabled clean drinking water for my people. It has just tabled the child welfare deal. It has just tabled a bunch of stuff while the Prime Minister is going around right now and meeting with First Nations. And he was meeting in Inuit territory earlier this week, and he has shown that moving the economy forward is the top priority. Meanwhile, when it comes to doing anything about the way that Israel is harming Palestinian people, Indigenous peoples on their own home territories, Canada is wholly unwilling to do something substantive there. The arms pause. Ottawa froze new export permits to Israel, and Melanie Joly was confronted on this, denied that anything was happening, and then luckily, thanks to journalist investigative reporting, revealed that $37.2 million in new military exports were nevertheless authorized. So out of one side of the federal government's mouth, they're saying that we're not providing these arms. On the other side, $37.2 million in new monies were sent. Canada briefly cut funding to UNRWA, the United Nations organization that is helping with schooling, helping with food, helping with support, that's been supplanted by this hoax of an organization that the United States and Israel have set up, where they're literally shooting Palestinians that are coming for food aid. I am going to hit a pause here. You're listening to One Dish, One Mic on the iHeart